Hello Sagittarius, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting February 27th, 2017. A quick reminder for you guys, I just put up your monthly astrology horoscopes for March, and you can find them on a special playlist on their main channel page. And again, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on with your astrology this week? Well, in the beginning of the week, we've got Jupiter, currently retrograde in your 11th house of friendships and social networking, bringing all kinds of hidden treasures and hidden gems out of that area, things that were hiding in plain sight, forming a lovely angle with Mars, currently in your 5th house of love, romance, creativity, and your relationship with your kids. And it looks to me like a friend may actually be working really, really hard on making a new sweetheart or an existing sweetheart feel welcome. And you're really thrilled during this time when it comes to, your friend and your sweetheart becoming closer. You and your friend and your sweetheart actually forming a strong bond, thus making a stronger bond with your sweetheart. This can also be happening with a child if you feel like maybe a child needs to, be able to see this friend as a member of the family, even if they be a brother or sister by another mother. But this is a really nice connection, and this person's helping you out. This is backup. Absolutely. One of the things I like about this, too, is that if you're single, maybe you don't have anyone in your life right now, a friend may actually go and, connect the dots between you and somebody they think who might be a good match. So, kind of a nice little gift in the beginning of the week there. Later on in the week, however, we've got the Moon conjunct Neptune in your 4th house of home and family. And things can get a little bit murky at the end of this week. And that is where Mercury, usually the planet of being articulate, having, straightforward communication, analytics, and intelligence, comes into contact with very emotive, very eccentric, very creative, very fluid, and sometimes just not the most articulate Neptune. And there could be an issue going on with a family member, trying to figure out exactly what's making them tick. They may even have maybe an emotional kind of weekend, possibly even a little bit of a breakdown. And they're coming to confess these feelings to you, or they want to share these feelings with you, but it's really hard for them to put it into words, like very, very difficult for them to actually articulate this in a good way, or in a way that's effective. The important thing is that they get the crap out first in the beginning, and then maybe they'll be able to talk about it in a constructive way later. Some people have to kind of do a really rough first draft, so don't try and solve anything at the end of this week, but don't let it fly by either, okay? Let whatever is coming be there, and then let it try and solve it towards the beginning of next week. Because nothing ever constructive came when people are coming at things with an 8 when they need to come at it with a 5. Okay? So what's going on with your cards? Well, for your spiritual advice, we got the card of the Hedge Witch. And the Hedge Witch is interesting because the Hedge Witch is talking about being able to use secrets, secret information, and private time to your best advantage. A lot of people may be actually confiding secrets in you during this time, or you may be finding out that you are being given secret benefits that you're not meant to be airing to the whole world. Okay? Because sometimes the Hedge Witch card can show up where a neighbor or a boss or some or a teacher, a professor is trying to offer us something that's unique, just for us to put to work. And we're tempted to go and celebrate it and tell the whole world, but you might want to keep it hush-hush in the beginning, because again, this isn't meant for you to bring everyone along with you. This may just be for you. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we've got the Hermit card reversed. So again, we've got people coming out of the woodworks for you. And financially, this could be a very strong week, because the Hermit card reverse can also say people who have not been speaking up, people who have not been in communication when they absolutely need to be in communication, whether for financial reasons or employment reasons, are now finally doing so. But the Hermit card reverse can indicate you being picked out of a crowd this week as well. Picked out of a crowd for maybe a new, a hire, picked out of a crowd for a promotion, the perfect assignment, the perfect project, a bit of a raise, a test or an evaluation that works out in your favor. But it's a lucky draw that comes in your favor as well. So good on you and congratulations. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we've got the Hangman reversed. Okay, like we saw with Neptune and Mercury. When it comes to a friend, most likely a relative though, I'm seeing relative type of energy. The Hangman reverse can show up where a person is refusing to act in a calm and collected way. I'm kind of getting this impression with the Hangman reverse that there's somebody who's refusing to make an important commitment or an important compromise. That's even for their own benefit. Now sometimes when people get into a place where they're in high anxiety, high depression, they have a tendency to, really kind of wallow there. Not in a way, I'm not saying that in a bad way, it's just that sometimes they can't see a way out of that pit. And I think that with the Hangman reversed, you may be noticing it's hard to reach out and get through to this person. Again, let's let it pass. It's important to know that this person is there. Don't try and put a band-aid on a gunshot wound. Don't ignore it either. Sometimes you gotta be able to empathize with a person where they are. Come at people where they are. Don't pretend they're somewhere else by telling them it's not as bad as they think, or that it's worse than they think. Come at them where they are, and you will keep this person on an open, honest level with you. Anything else you do may push them away. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Seven of Pentacles upright, letting things happen in their own due time. Okay? The Seven of Pentacles talks about a need to pay attention to where overworking an issue, whether it's beating a dead horse in a conversation, bringing up the same subject over and over and over again, constantly checking in, is actually hurting the cause. And this could happen sometimes. Have you ever had a situation where it was like, if that ever happened to you, you may be the one who's also saying, look, you need to tell somebody to stop bringing it up or they are going to lose it. Because I've had to do that too with some folks. Where it's kind of like, look, I'm contemplating this, I'm working this out of my head, and somebody's like, when are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? And then it's just like, what, fine. If you want now or never, then the answer is never. And you may have to do that with people who are pestering you, but this card works both ways. Don't ever put now or never on somebody's table, because by path of least resistance, never is always easier to do. And the Seven of Pentacles upright is saying, if we try to rush something to a forced fruition this week, it will not turn out the way we want it to go. We've got so much good going on. Why would we want to, to suddenly go into fifth gear when it seems like everything's going much more smoothly in third? For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Star card upright. Lovely, lovely news as far as love and romance is concerned, because the Star card upright talks about some kind of new plan of action being laid down for you in your love life. You and a sweetheart may be finally deciding to go full on towards a united goal or a united front. Some kind of big bucket list item or some kind of ideal that you guys have wanted to do for a very long time. We're finally giving it priority. We're kind of taking it out of the wouldn't it be nice dream area and putting that plan into action. Could this be traveling together? Could this be starting a business together, having a child, getting engaged, possibly married? We're putting it on the table again. Or putting it on the table for the first time. Now, the Star card upright says, again, it's not something that's going to all just kind of happen right now. Just because I say it's happening soon doesn't mean you need to rush it. Don't you dare rush it! Don't you dare! But, with the Star card upright, if we let it happen in its own due time, it will happen. For those of you who are currently single and looking, the Star card upright also indicates here we may meet somebody, again, possibly through a friend, because of that Jupiter retrograde, who does set us up. Gives us the opportunity to have that first impression, that first meeting, and it could go extremely well. And we'll have to pick up on this again as we get further into the month of March. But again, remember that Venus retrograde. Don't rush nothing, okay? So I hope you found this helpful, Sagittarius. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.